Chosen one, the shifts occurring around you are not random. They are part of a process that has been building quietly, perhaps unnoticed, for some time. You may have felt the pull to slow down and observe more closely, sensing that something in the way you have been moving through life no longer fits. This awareness does not always arrive with fanfare. Often, it comes in the form of subtle tension, a restlessness that pushes you to evaluate your surroundings, your relationships, and your patterns. In these moments, clarity begins to form. It is not the kind of clarity that delivers an immediate answer to every question, but rather a steady knowing that change is necessary. You may not yet see the full picture, but you feel the weight of what no longer serves you. There is a recognition that certain ways of thinking, certain dynamics, and certain habits are keeping you from stepping fully into the life that is aligned with your purpose. This recognition can be both liberating and challenging. On one hand, it is empowering to understand that you have the ability to choose differently, to create new structures and boundaries. On the other, it is sobering to acknowledge that change often requires letting go sometimes of things you thought would always be part of your life. This is the first step in a longer journey of alignment. As you begin to take that step, you might notice resistance from unexpected places. People who have grown accustomed to the version of you that existed before may be unsettled by your changes. They might question your decisions, challenge your boundaries, or attempt to draw you back into familiar patterns. This is not necessarily because they wish you harm, but because change disrupts the unspoken agreements that relationships often rely on. When you shift, it forces others to reconsider their own positioning, and not everyone is ready to do that. It is important to remember that this resistance is part of the process. It is not a sign that you are on the wrong path. In fact, it is often a confirmation that you are making meaningful progress. Change, real, lasting change, rarely happens without some degree of friction. The key is to stay rooted in your clarity, to make decisions based not on the desire to please others, but on what genuinely aligns with your purpose. In doing so, you will find that your relationship with time begins to shift as well. Where you once may have felt rushed, moving from one task to another without pause, you now begin to create space for reflection. You understand that slowing down is not the same as falling behind. It is an intentional choice to ensure that your actions are purposeful. This new rhythm allows you to be more present in each moment, to listen more closely to both your inner voice and the cues around you. This heightened awareness begins to change the way you interpret your environment. Patterns you might have overlooked before become clear. You start to see connections between your experiences, understanding how past challenges have prepared you for the choices you are now making. You realize that even difficult seasons served a purpose, teaching you resilience, patience, and discernment. Discernment becomes one of your most valuable tools during this time. It is the ability to distinguish between what simply looks appealing in the moment and what will truly serve you in the long term. This means learning to say no, not out of fear, but out of respect for your energy and your path. Every commitment, every relationship, every opportunity is measured against the question, does this align with where I am going? Of course, this level of intentionality is not without its challenges. There will be moments when the old ways feel easier, when it would be simpler to return to familiar patterns rather than confront the discomfort of growth. But with each step forward, you strengthen your ability to choose alignment over convenience. And as you do, you begin to notice that the spaces, people, and opportunities that truly match your purpose start to appear more naturally. It is in this phase that you may also begin to feel a shift in your internal dialogue. Where you might once have doubted your ability to navigate change, you now recognize your own capability. You see how you have adapted before, how you have learned and grown through circumstances you once thought would break you. This self-recognition builds a quiet confidence, one that does not require constant external validation to remain steady. This confidence is not arrogance. It is grounded in the understanding that you are responsible for your own direction. You no longer wait for permission to pursue what you know is right for you. Instead, you take action, trusting that the same clarity that brought you this far will continue to guide you. And when uncertainty arises, as it inevitably will, you meet it not with panic, but with curiosity. Curiosity allows you to remain open to learning, even when you do not have all the answers. It transforms challenges into opportunities for growth, and it prevents you from becoming rigid in your approach. This flexibility, combined with your growing clarity, makes it possible to navigate complex situations with both confidence and humility. As your external life begins to reflect your internal changes, you may notice that certain relationships naturally shift. Some will deepen, built on mutual respect and shared values. Others will fade, not because of conflict, but because they no longer align with the person you are becoming. This is a natural part of the process, and it does not need to be met with resentment. Instead, it can be seen as a form of making space for new connections, for greater alignment, and for the opportunities that are meant for you. Alongside these shifts, there is an increasing sense of responsibility that comes with being chosen. It is not about being better than others. It is about recognizing that you have been entrusted with insight, with perspective, and with the ability to influence your environment. This trust requires that you act with integrity, even when it is difficult, and that you continue to grow in self-awareness so that your actions remain aligned with your purpose. There is also a deepening sense of gratitude in this stage. Gratitude not only for what is going well, but for the lessons learned in the more difficult moments. Gratitude for the people who have supported you, for the opportunities that have challenged you, and for the resilience you have developed along the way. This gratitude fuels your motivation to keep moving forward, even when the path feels uncertain. As you integrate these changes, you will likely notice that your vision for the future becomes more defined. The broad sense of direction you once had begins to take shape in specific goals and actions. These goals are not driven solely by ambition, but by a desire to create something meaningful and sustainable. And because they are rooted in clarity, they feel both challenging and attainable. The journey ahead will still hold its share of unknowns, but you now have the tools to navigate them. You have learned to listen closely to your own intuition, to protect your focus, and to make decisions that honor your values. You have come to understand that being chosen is not about a single moment of recognition. It is about the ongoing choice to live in alignment every day, in both small actions and significant decisions. This understanding forms the foundation for everything that comes next. And while you may not yet see the full extent of what is ahead, you know that you are prepared to meet it, not because you have every detail planned, but because you have learned to trust both yourself and the process that is unfolding. You begin to notice that with each passing day, your decisions are less about reacting to immediate circumstances and more about consciously shaping the direction of your life. This is not to say that unexpected challenges no longer appear. They do, often in ways you could not have predicted, but your approach to them has shifted. Instead of feeling caught off guard or controlled by events outside your influence, you now approach each situation with a sense of preparedness. You have cultivated the mental and emotional tools to respond with thoughtfulness. Rather than haste, this steadiness does not happen overnight. It is the result of the work you have done in earlier stages of your transformation. The moments where you resisted falling back into old habits, where you held boundaries despite pressure, where you paused to seek clarity before making a decision, all of these have built the foundation you now stand on. That foundation allows you to navigate with more certainty, even when you are stepping into unfamiliar territory. In this phase, a deeper understanding of priorities emerges. You recognize that not everything deserves your time and energy, and you no longer feel compelled to be everywhere or do everything. Instead, you choose with intention, aligning your actions with the outcomes that matter most to you. This selective focus does not narrow your life. Rather, it creates space for the things that truly contribute to your growth and fulfillment. You also start to see the ripple effect of your changes. The people around you, whether close friends, family, or colleagues, begin to notice the difference in how you carry yourself. Some respond with curiosity, asking questions about what has led to your clarity and calm. Others may be inspired to make changes in their own lives. This is not because you are actively trying to influence them, but because the energy you project naturally encourages reflection in others. With this influence comes responsibility. Being chosen means understanding that your example matters. The way you respond to challenges, the consistency with which you uphold your values, and the manner in which you treat others all contribute to the environment you are part of. You realize that leadership, in this sense, is not about titles or recognition. It is about living in such a way that others can trust your integrity, even when they disagree with your choices. The alignment you have cultivated also begins to impact the opportunities that come your way. Because you are clear about your direction, you can more easily recognize which opportunities fit your path and which are distractions. This discernment allows you to move forward without the regret of saying yes to things that pull you away from your purpose. It also frees you from the fear of missing out, because you trust that the right opportunities will align with both your timing and your readiness. As you move further along this stage, you notice a growing appreciation for consistency. You understand that meaningful change is not built on occasional bursts of effort, but on steady, deliberate action. The routines and practices that support your well-being, whether they involve reflection, learning, physical health, or creative expression, become non-negotiable. They are not rigid obligations, but intentional choices that keep you connected to your clarity. This commitment to consistency also strengthens your resilience. When unexpected events occur, you have habits and systems in place that help you regain balance quickly. You no longer rely solely on external circumstances to maintain your stability. Instead, you draw from the inner structure you have developed. This gives you confidence that you can face challenges without losing your sense of direction. In relationships, this steadiness is equally evident. You have learned to communicate with honesty, expressing your needs and boundaries without defensiveness. You approach conflicts with the intention to resolve rather than win, and you are willing to listen as much as you speak. This balanced approach deepens trust and creates a foundation for relationships that can withstand both change and challenge. The clarity you hold also changes the way you approach personal growth. You are no longer searching for quick fixes or external validation to confirm your progress. Instead, you focus on the process itself, trusting that each step forward, no matter how small, contributes to the overall alignment of your life. You see growth as a continual journey rather than a destination to reach and then abandon. One of the most profound shifts in this stage is the realization that your purpose is not something you must chase endlessly. It is something you live out daily in the way you approach your responsibilities, treat others, and manage your own well-being. While you may have long-term goals, you understand that living with purpose is just as much about how you navigate today as it is about what you aim to achieve in the future. You also become more aware of the balance between giving and receiving. In earlier stages, you may have overextended yourself, offering time and energy to others without ensuring your own needs were met. Now, you see that sustainable contribution requires a balance, that by taking care of your own well-being, you are better equipped to support and uplift others. This balanced approach allows you to give without resentment and receive without guilt. Financial and material aspects of your life may also begin to reflect your internal alignment. You manage resources with intention, focusing on what truly supports your life rather than being swayed by trends or comparisons. This practical stewardship is not driven by scarcity, but by clarity. It is a reflection of knowing what is necessary and what is simply noise. With each passing day, the trust you place in your own decision-making deepens. You are no longer easily swayed by conflicting opinions because you have developed a strong internal compass. While you remain open to feedback and new perspectives, you filter them through the lens of your values and purpose. This balance of openness and discernment keeps you adaptable without compromising your core direction. Your relationship with uncertainty also transforms. Rather than seeing it as something to fear, you begin to see it as a natural part of life's unfolding. You recognize that not knowing every detail can be a space of possibility, where creativity and new opportunities can emerge. This acceptance of uncertainty allows you to move forward without the need for rigid control. In the midst of this, you may notice moments of deep peace, times when you are fully present and aware that you are exactly where you are meant to be. These moments are not constant, but they are powerful reminders of the value of alignment. They assure you that the effort you have invested in this journey is creating a life that feels both grounded and expansive. And so, you continue forward, not in a rush, not out of fear of falling behind, but with a steady commitment to living intentionally. Each day becomes an opportunity to make choices that honor your clarity, maintain your alignment, and reflect the purpose you carry. You know that challenges will come, but you also know that you are equipped to meet them. What lies ahead is not a final destination, but the ongoing journey of a chosen one, someone who's accepted the responsibility to live with intention, to remain aligned despite distraction, and to contribute meaningfully to the world around them. You understand that the path will continue to evolve, and you are prepared to walk it with both confidence and humility. You now find yourself in a stage where reflection and forward movement work together. The lessons you have gathered are no longer abstract ideas stored in the back of your mind. They are active principles shaping your daily decisions. This integration means that the choices you make are not just reactions to your circumstances, but deliberate steps aligned with your purpose. This phase carries a deeper sense of maturity. You understand that progress is not measured solely by visible achievements, but by the internal alignment you maintain along the way. External results will always fluctuate. There will be seasons of growth, seasons of waiting, and seasons of transition. Yet, through each shift, your focus remains anchored in what matters most. The clarity you have built allows you to see beyond surface-level changes. You can identify patterns that might lead you off course, and you have the discipline to correct your path before drifting too far. This foresight is one of the most valuable aspects of being a chosen one. It allows you to act with purpose rather than simply reacting to whatever arises. You also begin to notice that your presence itself has an impact. Without forcing your influence, you create an environment where people feel more at ease, more honest, and more willing to explore their own growth. This happens because you have learned to embody what you speak, demonstrating through action, rather than relying on persuasion. In this space, your understanding of success may shift. Where you once may have equated success with constant movement or public recognition, you now see it as alignment between your actions and your values. Even small, quiet victories carry weight because they are rooted in authenticity. You realize that living with purpose is not always loud. It often thrives in the steady, unseen work of staying true to your path. At the same time, you understand that alignment is not a static state. It requires ongoing attention and adjustment. Life will continue to present new challenges, and with them, the temptation to compromise your clarity for convenience. This is why the habits you have developed, reflection, discernment, boundary setting, remain essential. They are the tools that keep you steady when circumstances change. You may also find that opportunities now come to you more naturally. This is not because you have stopped working for them, but because your energy and actions are consistent with your goals. The right people, resources, and ideas seem to align with your path at the right time. This synchronicity is a result of both your preparation and your openness to receive God in your relationships. The changes you have made become more visible. You have moved past the need to convince others of your worth or your direction. Instead, you allow your actions and consistency to speak for themselves. This approach filters your connections naturally. Those who value and respect your path remain, while others quietly drift away. There is a deep sense of peace in knowing that you no longer need to force what is not meant for you. This peace frees up energy that was once spent on trying to control outcomes, leaving more room for creativity, connection, and meaningful contribution. Another defining feature of this stage is the way you view challenges. You no longer see them solely as obstacles to overcome, but as opportunities to strengthen your skills, deepen your resilience, and reaffirm your commitment to your values. This perspective allows you to approach difficulties with curiosity rather than frustration, turning each challenge into a source of growth. Your relationship with time has also evolved. You understand that there is no need to rush through your journey, and that each phase has its own value. The moments of waiting are not wasted. They are often the seasons when the most important internal work takes place. You trust that when action is needed, you will have the clarity and energy to take it. As you continue forward, you carry an awareness that your journey is part of something larger. You are not simply moving through life for your own benefit. Your choices, your growth, and your alignment contribute to the spaces and people around you. This awareness brings both responsibility and fulfillment. You recognize that being chosen is not about perfection, it is about commitment. It is the willingness to keep showing up, to keep refining your path, and to keep choosing alignment even when it would be easier to compromise. This commitment shapes not only your present, but the legacy you will leave behind. And so, you move with a balance of humility and confidence. Humility keeps you teachable, aware that there will always be more to learn. Confidence ensures that you trust your judgment, your preparation, and your ability to navigate whatever lies ahead. Together, they form the steady posture of someone who is prepared for both the expected and the unknown. Your vision for the future remains flexible yet focused. You are clear on the direction you want to move in, but you remain open to the ways in which it might unfold. This openness allows you to adapt without losing sight of your ultimate destination. In this space, every day becomes an opportunity to live out your purpose in both small and significant ways. You understand that the way you conduct yourself in ordinary moments is just as important as how you handle defining moments. The integrity you practice daily becomes the foundation for the larger achievements you aim to build. You also know that the journey is not meant to be walked entirely alone. While much of your growth has required personal reflection and independent action, there is value in community spaces where you can share experiences, exchange wisdom, and offer support. You choose these communities with care, ensuring that they are places where authenticity and growth are encouraged. As you close this chapter and prepare to step into the next, you carry with you a deep sense of readiness. You do not have every detail figured out, but you have what you need to navigate the road ahead. Clarity of purpose, strength of character, and the steady discipline to remain aligned. The path of the chosen one is not without its challenges, but it is rich with meaning. Each step is both a continuation of what you have built and an opening to what is yet to come. And as you move forward, you do so with the quiet confidence of someone who knows they are exactly where they are meant to be. Chosen one, as this message draws to a close, the journey it has described does not end here. In fact, what you have just received is not simply information. It is a mirror reflecting back the potential you carry and the path you have been quietly preparing to walk. Everything you have read or heard up to this point has been designed to sharpen your awareness, strengthen your resolve, and remind you of the quiet but undeniable truth. You are capable of moving forward with purpose. The insights you have encountered are not meant to sit untouched in your mind. They are meant to be lived out, tested, and shaped into habits that define your days. This is where the real transformation happens, not in the hearing alone, but in the applying. The moments immediately after receiving clarity are some of the most important, because this is when the decision is made either to act on that clarity or to allow it to fade beneath the weight of routine distractions. The choice is always yours. If these words have brought you a sense of alignment, confirmation, or renewed focus, I encourage you to remain connected to the space where this kind of guidance can continue to reach you. Subscribing to this channel is not simply about following for the sake of numbers. It is about ensuring that you remain in a stream of messages designed to keep you steady, informed, and inspired. Each message is another piece of perspective to help you navigate decisions, relationships, and opportunities with intention. And your involvement here matters. It is not a one-way exchange where words are sent out into the air and disappear. When you leave a comment sharing what stood out to you, you are adding to a collective voice that encourages others who may be at the very beginning of their own journey. Your reflections, questions, and even your challenges can be the exact words someone else needs to hear to take their first step toward change. There is also power in sharing what has resonated with you. Somewhere in your circle, there is someone moving through uncertainty right now, someone who is asking questions they cannot yet answer, someone who is searching for confirmation that they are not alone. You may not realize it, but sharing this message with them could be the turning point they have been quietly waiting for. In that simple act, you are extending the same clarity you have received. Remember that being a chosen one is not about walking in isolation. It is about walking with awareness, knowing that your path intersects with others for a reason. Sometimes you will be the one offering perspective. Other times you will be the one receiving it. Staying connected here allows you to be part of a community where that exchange is valued and encouraged. This channel exists as a space for those who want to move beyond surface-level living, people who want to make decisions with clarity, who want to hold steady through change, and who want to create lives that reflect their true priorities. Every message is a continuation of the larger conversation about alignment, resilience, and purposeful action. By subscribing, you are choosing to remain part of that conversation. If you have found encouragement here, I also invite you to take an intentional moment now before the demands of the day. Pull your attention away to decide what one action you will take as a result of this message. It might be a conversation you have been avoiding, a decision you have been delaying, or a habit you have been meaning to establish. Whatever it is, choose it now and commit to it. Transformation is not built in giant leaps alone. It is built in consistent, deliberate steps taken with intention. Your continued growth will be shaped by the spaces you remain in, the voices you allow to influence you, and the actions you take daily. Make those choices with care. If you value clarity, remain connected to clarity. If you want to grow, stay in spaces that challenge and inspire growth. If you want to stay aligned, choose environments that reflect the same alignment you are pursuing. As we close, I want to remind you that your journey is significant not only for you, but for the people whose lives will be influenced by your decisions, your consistency, and your example. The impact of a chosen one is often seen not in grand displays, but in the steady, quiet way they hold true to what matters, even when no one is watching. That integrity becomes a light in spaces where confusion and compromise are common. You do not have to wait for the perfect moment to begin applying what you have learned. The perfect moment is now, because now is the only space where change can actually take place. Every delay pushes your alignment further into the future. Every action you take today brings it closer into your present reality. So, chosen one, as you step away from this message, do so with the awareness that the work continues. Carry the clarity you have gained into your next decision, your next conversation, your next opportunity. Keep protecting your focus, maintaining your boundaries, and investing in the habits that sustain your growth. Stay connected to this space. Share what has helped you, and keep showing up, not only for your own sake, but for the difference your journey will make in the lives of others. This is not an ending. It is simply the next step forward, and you are ready to take it.